Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I have some potentially devastating news for Star Atlas. Not to be confused with Star Citizen, the game we follow on this channel. Star Atlas, if you don't know, was a game that was trying to be made on the blockchain. They were going to use the same kind of tactics as Star Citizen, even going as far as hiring their own ship devs from Star Citizen to come and make ships in Star Atlas, which is why a lot of ships look very similar, have the same kind of feel to them. And the idea was to sell these ships in Star Atlas as NFTs. Now, when the NFT market was hot, this was an amazing idea. I think they raised, was a $60-90 million, somewhere around there, and things were looking good. Here they're showing you some of the examples of the things they're working on using Unreal 5, which is a beautiful engine. And I've had my fair amount of criticism for the Star Atlas project, but what I did not expect, and what Star Atlas did not expect, was the collapse of FTX. Now, if you don't follow crypto too closely, don't worry about it. There are a couple of major exchanges in the world which deal with crypto, Binance being one, FTX being another. It was a major exchange. A lot of people had money in there. Among the people that had money in there is none other than Star Atlas. And Star Atlas has taken a huge hit financially from having the money on this exchange, which is now gone. This is devastating to the project and plenty of other projects and individuals who had money there too. So I'm reading upwards of only 1.5 years of runway left worth of cash. Others saying that it's as little as 9 months of runway left. Now, this is a very big problem, obviously, for Star Atlas. And if you watched my previous content on this topic, you will know that my criticism of Star Atlas, I've never called it a scam. My criticism was that if you have the money, and even if you have the ships, all right, the play-to-earn model, playing a game so you can earn money in real life, was a model that I'm just not so sure about, all right? A lot of gamers saying, yeah, I don't think this works. A lot of games go out of their way to ensure that RMT doesn't exist in their games. And now that model's been flipped to people saying, yes, now you can play a game to earn money. That was my one criticism. But the other criticism was, it doesn't matter how pretty the ships are. It doesn't matter how beautiful the game engine looks. What matters is, at the end of the day, also the gameplay. Will people enjoy playing this game? And that was my one major concern. Not that they're using NFTs, not that it's going to be play to earn. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. I have my doubts. But can you produce a game that people want to play? What I did not expect was it to go this way. Not like this. Not like this meme. I didn't expect them to be holding a major portion of their funds on FTX. Now, losing that, they have lost all their money to pay people off. And according to a recent video from the CEO himself, there's 233 members of the working in the company all over the world. These are people which will now most likely be laid off because they can't pay salaries. And your question is, well, why don't just sell more NFTs? Well, yeah, but the NFT market is done. That boom. Remember, I did multiple videos on this topic in the past where I showed we are up here at the euphoria stage, and now it's coming any day now. The downtrend is going to come, and I warned about this multiple times in multiple videos over the past couple of months. And here we are at the point now where it doesn't matter what kind of pretty NFT you have. NFT projects just are not selling like they used to. So Star Atlas may try sell some NFTs, but they just won't sell. And I've made previous videos on this topic itself, and the NFTs, the ships which Star Atlas sells, just do not sell. In fact, if you own one of them now, if you want to sell it, good luck, because you're not getting anything for it. Now, take a look at their own pages here. Excuse me. Showing what they're selling at. So originally the BYOS tank ship, which sold for $102,000. If you own one of these and you want to sell it, good luck, because you're getting $1,025. But let's go down to something cheaper, more affordable that people may have bought, which is something like the Fumble Air Bike. And I know individuals who've bought this for $20. Said, let me just dip my toes, see what happens. So if you bought this for $20, it was $20 back then before the prices went even lower, you can get $156, right? So if you bought this ship for $20, you can now sell it for $156. Well, even if there's buyers there, I don't even know if there's people willing to buy this at all. And it goes on 99% discount, 89% discount, 88% discount. Everything is, no one is buying this stuff. No one is buying this stuff, which is devastating, because if Star Atlas wants to try to save the company, how do they do it? They have to find investors at the point. But will an investor want to touch this? And here's the problem. If they were an established gaming company with a proven track record, maybe they can find an investor saying, look, this is what we're doing, this is what we've done. And I've said it does look promising. I mean, it does look promising. It does look impressive what they've done with Unreal 5. It is very cool. It's a very good looking engine. And the things you see here do look very nice. But just because you can make pretty graphics, just because you can make a metaverse, just because you can create the levels or get ship designs, design pretty ships, doesn't mean the actual game you make at the end is going to be a fun game people want to play. So I don't know what they plan on doing here. I think they've got a very, very tough road ahead of themselves. Also, they own tokens, which have just gone down the drain, and we've spoken about this in the past. Highs around 20 cents for the token they have, and down, where is it now? At 0.002. Just zoom into what happened this past week. And this is just the past week. It went from 0.004, cut in half. Which is devastating for their own internal economy, if one does exist at all at this point. So very, very bad news. And look, it's very sad. This is Metaverse Explorer. He's one of the content creators who works making his content around Star Atlas and
my Star Atlas family. This is I'm kind of like lost for words at the moment.
Poor guy. I feel for him. There's a lot of people who saw potential in this. I don't blame them. It does look great. My concern was not can they make a game. My concern was, even if they do make the game, will that game be fun? Because we've seen plenty of well-established game developing companies make a game which flops, right? So there's a lot of things. There's a big uphill battle they had to climb right from the beginning. But this is just heartbreaking hearing what he had to say.
I don't know what to say. It's like huge.
Anyway, I don't want to put through all that. Obviously, he's devastated. This is very troubling for where Star Atlas is going, and I don't want to be too much of a pessimist and say that this is it. This is basically Star Atlas is done. They may find an investor somewhere. I don't know who is willing to jump in and bail out Star Atlas. But I will say some nice things, and I'll repeat this because I've said this before. I said out of all the play to earn NFT type gaming projects, Star Atlas was head and shoulders above everyone else. They were far beyond what anyone else was trying to do even. And for that, I gave them credit. But to see it go down this way and basically get the rug pulled from below them, and this is the CEO, Wagner, writing a long post there explaining what the story was and what the situation is, and it's not good. I'm skeptical about their ability to find funding from a private investor or otherwise at this point in time. We're in full-blown bear market in crypto. No one's rushing out to buy anything crypto-related, and no one's rushing out to buy anything NFT-related. Sure, there's still the blue-chip NFTs like the apes, which are still doing well, by the way. But NFT spaceships, that is not going to work out well. And reading what the CEO has to say there, he goes at the second last paragraph. Over the course of this week, we've reached out to all available relationships within our network to communicate our strategy on capital acquisition. We have formulated a strategy, prepared presentation materials, etc. And apparently there is an investor kit which is out there. And that itself was leaked somewhere. I don't have access to it. If someone does have that investor kit, I'm curious to see what it says. But there also are dire issues in that. And what I suspect happens next is a lot of people will be laid off. 233 team members he lists there in a recent video. That's going to be chopped down to a skeleton crew. I think you're going to see this chopped down to the 10, 15 most critical people in the company. Everything else is on hold. No one else gets paid. And they may try to push something out. They may try to push out some module to show that there's still potential. At the end of the day, there are still an indie game dev. They might find someone who's interested. But the risks at this point to try fund something of the scope which he's trying to do is troubling. I don't see a way out. If there is, I hope they find it. Maybe they find some kind of angel investor to bail them out on this, but I'm skeptical, especially during the bear market. So I hate to say it, but this might be it. This might be the end of what we've known as Star Atlas. And, hats off to them, because I think they really tried to do something very, very special. They tried to get it done. I had my doubts all along, not for the reasons you thought. I never thought this would be the reason. But here we are, and I guess it's just the black swan, something people didn't consider. And I hate to say it, but let's see what happens. Hey, maybe they find an investor, maybe they can continue, maybe the game does end up coming out in some form, way, or shape. We don't know. But for now, that's pretty much it, I think. Very sad to say, and I hope anyone involved in it didn't get hurt too badly. And if you have anything to add that I may have missed, please post below. I'm more than happy to follow up on the story should something else happen. But with that, guys, let's wrap it up. I'm sorry to see this happen. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they find something, but not holding my breath. With that, ladies and gents, if you enjoy my content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, your comments below on this topic or others most appreciated. I'll catch you in the next one.